One of the biggest fears that people have right now is that a wave of foreclosures are coming that will eventually crash the real estate market. So in this video, I'll share what experts have to say about the chances of foreclosures increasing and crashing the real estate market. Hi, my name is Casey and I'm a local realtor here in Corona. And on this channel, I share information about the housing market so people can stay up to date with all the changes that are going on. If you find the information helpful, I'd really love if you'd hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Okay, so let's get started. If you listen to the news, I'm sure you've heard the negative headlines about the housing market. Every time you turn around, there's more bad news. The market's crashing, mortgage rates are skyrocketing, and there's a huge wave of foreclosures coming. But are things really that bad? Well, if you look at the numbers that were just released from the Mortgage Bankers Association, you'll see some information that may surprise you. Since 2020, the number of foreclosures has steadily decreased. In May of 2020, approximately 8.5% of all mortgages in this country were in some form of default. And the main reason for this was the pandemic. As we all know, businesses were shut down and many people had their hours cut back. But as we move forward, the numbers of defaults continued to drop. And as of September of this year, the total number of homes in default has dropped to below 1%. If you dig a little deeper, you'll see that in the second quarter of 2022, there were approximately 214,000 homeowners facing the possibility of foreclosure in the U.S. But let me put this in perspective. There are approximately 58 million mortgages in this country. So if 214,000 homeowners are in some form of default, that's just 0.4%. That's less than 1/2% of homeowners that are actually facing foreclosure right now. And of those 214,000 homeowners in default, approximately 195,000 of those actually have some equity built up in their homes. So that means that 91% of homeowners currently in default have equity in their homes. So you might be asking, why is this important? Well, that means that these 195,000 homeowners could actually sell their homes and avoid the foreclosure process altogether. And the majority of these people would still walk away with money in their pocket. And many experts feel this is the reason we're seeing the foreclosure numbers remain so low. In today's market, most homeowners have built up a significant amount of equity in their homes. And it just makes sense for a homeowner that's in default to sell their home rather than risk losing all of their equity by allowing it to go into foreclosure. And because of this, the number of foreclosures has remained very, very low. And the reality is that in today's housing market is much different than what we saw back in 2007 and 2008. And most experts agree that we're not headed towards a large-scale foreclosure crisis like we saw back then. And it comes down to two main reasons. First, home prices have remained very strong. Prices have leveled off or dropped slightly, but we're not seeing huge drops in home values. And the other reason is the fact that most homeowners do have equity built up in their homes. This is the complete opposite of what we saw back in 2007, 2008. Back then, home values dropped significantly, and many people owed much more for their homes than they were actually worth. So they didn't have the option of selling their home to avoid foreclosure like most homeowners have today. Now, don't get me wrong, things could change. But for now, the housing market seems to be doing much better than many people predicted. But we'll continue to watch the market and provide updates if things change. And in the meantime, if you have any questions about the housing market, please let us know.